As Ninjas in Pyjamas versus Gamers 2, who actually took out SK Prime.
Yeah, they did. Very commanding victory in the end for Gamers 2 over SK Prime. Misstep in the first game, as we've mentioned at the time. But this time, Gamers 2 are going up against history. They have already played NIP in 2 separate series in TSM tournaments in the last 2. They have lost both of those series, taking only 1 game away from NIP in all of that time. They are going to have to pull out something really quite spectacular if they want to come out on top in this weighted best of 5, where they're already 1 game behind.
Yeah, so they're going to need to pull it together. I'm pretty sure Ocelot's probably giving them all the pep talk, like, we're going to win this, guys. We're going to do it. I'm pretty sure Nip is like, we're going to stomp these fools, and then, the trash talk back and forth that they don't really talk to each other about. But Irelia, Lucian getting banned away, Cassidy and Lulu seems to be the staple bans from G2's side. And we'll just wait for the last 2.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I would imagine Gamers 2 would want to ban away the Kale. Alexis, yeah, there we go, does love to run either Lulu or Kale in the top lane, and banning both of those away seemed like a very good option to try and force him to either pick a top lane quite early on that he's comfortable with, or to force him onto something that he's not so comfortable with. However, Twitch sneaking through as the first pick.
Okay, so we're gonna see Freeze on that, and I was watching Mithy's stream this morning, and him and Freeze were duo queuing, and Freeze was absolutely diving people in the tier 1 as Twitch, and it was pretty ridiculous. Mithy was doing some really fantastic plays of his own on Morgana, so Twitch Morgana is something they've practiced quite a bit, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it here. Twitch, man, he is kind of sat in the back of the pool of champions of ADCs, at least, just waiting for his time to shine, and they give him a little bit of a rework, rename his ultimate, and everyone's like, this champion's amazing.
In fairness, he was actually starting to come back into the meta before the visual rework. I think it just accelerated the process because everyone was then like, oh, I'll try out Twitch. And then they're like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Expunge all the things.
Yeah, so much damage at every stage of the game now. So Gamers 2 have locked in their Thresh here. Obviously prioritizing that for Yuki, probably. If I had to guess, actually, no, they're not, because they're not going to pick Lucian because he is banned out. But may look to take some kind of bully champion. But it seems like Twitch, at the moment, is kind of replacing the Jinx role. Like, as the late game hyper carry that you can actually get through lane at all with, he's generally supplanting her in that role.
He even gets more range with the rat-a-tat-tat, so maybe that's another thing that helps out. He gets stealth in his kit too, so forces out pink wards, so not too bad.
Yeah,
Thresh
huge picking potential.
Yeah, a lot of pick potential with that. Thresh and LeBlanc going to be the pickups for G2 as well, so Ocelot going back to his LeBlanc mid, and Thresh for Dude, who had amazing last 2 games against SK Prime on that champion. Ko is going to pick up Lee Sin, and it'll be not Fizz for Nuke Deck, but Yasuo.
Oh dear. This is starting to look quite worrying for Gamers 2, because Twitch is probably Freeze's favorite AD carry at the moment. It's the one I'm seeing him play the most. It's a phenomenally strong champion, and he's very, very good on that champion. Ko loves his Lee Sin. They've picked out Nuke Duck's Yasuo into a decent matchup, and that is a dangerous combo in itself, because you get the kickback from Lee Sin into the last breath. It's all looking like if NIP get through the laning phase, and by all rights they should do at least okay in that, they are going to be strong in every conceivable way. Thus far, although, I mean, you could make an argument at the moment, NIP would not have very good sieging potential.
Pretty true. If we do see some good siege come out from G2, though, if they build around that, we could see the Caitlyn possibly, or it looks like they actually lock in Kha'Zix for the jungle for Modern, and it'll be Yuki on the Graves, so Graves Thresh bot.
Okay, well, that is one of his 2 favorite AD carries there. Lucian is his primary, but Graves is definitely his go-to if that's not available, especially against Lucian. So he has Graves now, and that is a stronger early laning phase than Twitch, but there is a lot of potential for it to turn against him. Interestingly, though, Soraka lock-in from NIP, and it looks like we may end up seeing a Soraka top. Alex has run that before.
No. Give him Yasuo on top. Put that Soraka mid. Make level X life a nightmare.
It's possible. It's
It's
possible. I don't
but
think I've seen you play it. Is the only thing.
That's true. We're most likely to see it top, like you said. Alex has played it in the past. Braum support with Twitch. Can't wait to see Mithy play Braum. It's going to be exciting for me.
Ooh.
Uh, Twitch Braum is a very deadly lane in itself. You get the stun off, you get a full expunge stack off. Oh, the dirty damage that comes out of that. And JWoww
Yeah.
possibly looking at Riven for top.
Is it a Riven top or is it going to be a Riven mid? Does okay? So JWoww is the only one that would play Riven. I don't believe Ocelot has it in his champion pool. But you could functionally put LeBlanc at top lane against Soraka. It wouldn't be okay, it would be a terrible matchup, but it wouldn't be a matchup where you couldn't do much about it. And Riven does do very, very well against Yasuo. I don't think that's what they're going for this time. They are going to be playing Riven into Soraka and just have huge all-in potential on her early before she gets really, really tanky. But definitely dependent on snowballing. If Soraka gets to the point where she's got 200 armor with her W on, Riven just isn't going to do anything.
Yeah, and if he has a fairly tanky armor page in his runes and masteries, then this Riven's gonna have a really rough time. It's kind of funny because it's the battle of the mustaches in the bot lane because of Graves and Braum, so that's gonna be a fun
Yeah.
matchup. But I'm
I
pretty sure
prefer
we're
Brahms.
that's true. Braum's is majestic, but I'm pretty sure we're in the spectator delay, so we're gonna go to a quick commercial break and give a quick shout out to our sponsors. You can check them out down below. ProBuilds.net as well as Logitech gaming gear. So check those out, and we'll be back when this game is loaded onto the Rift. So see you soon. And welcome back to technically game one of the best of 5 grand finals between Ninjas in Pyjamas and Gamers 2. I'm Iga, going to be joining me here is Spuddington, and we're on the Rift, and it already looks like Gamers 2 might be looking for some kind of aggressive 5-man play.
Yes, indeed. Dude has not skilled his death sentence quite yet, but he's likely to be the one that leads the way. Certainly do have a lot of level 1 potential here. They may try and utilize that. If Freeze gets hooked, in a lot of trouble.
Dude's leading the charge. Freeze is going to get caught out here. He's going to be forced to flash away, and the distance
Reveals.
connects. He's going to go down. Oh, wait, no, he went stealth. He's invisible. He flashes the wall. He's over it. They can't see him, though. Yuki flashes as well to chase this one down. They're going to look for the dive, though. JWoww's going to tank it up. Auto attack's going to come in. The heal as well. He's alive. He's going to make it out. He's going to turn it into you. What? No. Ko hits the Q onto Morden. Okay, doesn't go in. Freeze, you are a god.
That was kind of hilarious, because the only reason they were able to get him as low as they did was that Dude's hook obviously reveals self. When that timed out at that exact instant, none of them had any skill shots. None of them could actually hit him again because they'd already used the major cooldowns for that. For instance, JWoww took his W, didn't have the Q spam, didn't have the cooldown up against, so they had no DPS. And then it was some really fancy footwork and fancy damage juggling and a nice hold on the heal. I gotta say, Yuki didn't fire his buckshot. He may have been able to get that kill if he'd done so.
And you know what else happened? Lee Sin picked up 2 free wards from the totems as well. So he gets some extra gold for himself in the jungle, which is also another little cherry. Man, that's a way to start off a game.
Yeah, hell of a start, but we've actually got 2 versus 1 swap up here. Alex Ish may have to watch himself. Hook missed. Oh well.
Yeah, he'll definitely have to be... He'll have to be a little bit careful, but, you know, he's got Star Call, he can heal himself, he'll play it back. He's also fairly tanky as well, even with the Doran's Ring. He's probably got some tanky stats in himself. The trouble is going to be the Riven in the 2v1. She's got to be very, very, very careful, but she can set up ganks fairly well.
Yeah, that'll be the key factor. Can JWoww get anything done with his team? Although, at the moment, the way they're moving implies they might look to just go for a 4 versus 0 here. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what we're going to be seeing. Morden and JWoww are too far away from that bottom tower to do that. And NAP, they're going to be slower to get their isolated member down towards that bottom lane area. He's got TP, so he can get there, but I think this is what we're going to be seeing. It's going to be the tower trade.
Okay, so just going to be looking at the 4v0. They are rotating up. They did get spotted off by a ward, and we saw pings go down. They're going to look to scout out for the blue buff, possibly, and then make their way up. Never mind, they're just going to go right on up, and it's going to be the 4v0 LCS style. Well, Ocelot and Nuke Duck kind of just do their own thing, man, and just poke and prod back and forth.
Yeah, so it's a slightly delayed kind of group up there. We'll arrive a little bit later than you'd like, but now Ko done. Nope, he's going to be farming out. I'm a little bit surprised that NIP here are prioritizing the farm over the tower push here. They're going to be picking up a bit of extra gold, obviously Twitch, and a bit of extra experience. But they're probably going to end up trading 1 tower for 2 here, which is not ideal for them. Freeze will be very strong as a result of this, and Gamers 2 will not, but is that a risk worth taking?
They actually sent Braum back, so they may look to actually contest this here with Soraka and Lee Sin as they're all backing, but it might be too late. That turret, like you said, most likely will be going down. So that's going to be a 2 for 0 in turrets at 4 minutes into this game. That is actually a little ridiculous. And they didn't even trade on Nip side. They need 1 more hit on it. And the mean, it's going to be enough? 2 more hits? 1 more? No? Fresh, there we go. But they get the slow on Dude. He's going to get Sonic Wave Resonating Strike, saves his flash for after he connects with that, so at least he's not able to come. But Nuke Duck gonna look for the flank here. There are 4 members in that brush. Wards get dropped down. Alex is spraying down that Star Call. Ko goes in. He's gonna get it and take down. Will come onto Graves as he will get the first blood. They're now focusing down midi. He is just tanking everything up. Alex is as well getting taken dangerously low. Double buffs on Yuki. Meanwhile, Ocelot joins the fight. He's gonna get a distortion and a kill onto midi himself. They're diving onto Alex. 1 more auto attack, but he gets the heal off. JWoww, are you done chasing? Yes, he is. Does not want to die to that turret and throw over a kill. So 2 turrets, 2 kills, double buffs on Graves, and a really good start for Gamers 2.
Yeah, phenomenally good start. Now they've even got the double buffs, and because Gamers 2 just got a bunch of kills down here, they even have a chance to break the freeze here, because The wave will hit the tower, or actually no, it's kind of sat there, so there's actually still potential there for NIP to freeze the wave in the top lane. But even so, they've gained so much gold, and remember, Dragon is a little bit more valuable in the early game. They now have a lot of room to maneuver in terms of utilizing that advantage. Early BF sword on Graves. Wouldn't be surprised to see them take an early Dragon.
That's pretty crazy. That BF sword at 5 minutes, that's like if you pick up 3 kills early on, but the chain does connect on a nuke duck. Mordrin is going to jump in, Distortion comes out with the ignite, and they get the Sonic Wave Resonating Strike onto Mordrin in the meantime. They get the kill, and a knockup comes in from Nuke Duck. Midi from the side finds the kill with the Q. Nuke Duck survives, and a bit of misplay coming in from G2, and instantly, it's a 2-2 now in the kills.
Yep, suddenly the goal difference decreased dramatically, and Gamers 2's window to take advantage of their advantage has been massively reduced now. Graves is in the bot lane, but he's clearly scared of the presence of Ko. Ko's not actually there. He doesn't know that, so he's just going to have to respect the Twitch, who's over-leveled compared to him just because he's had so much solo lane experience this game.
Man, they were getting excited. You could tell by the way they were playing. They're like, all right, let's do it. Let's get
let's just get it done.
And then they paid for it, unfortunately. So now they're going to just set the lanes back to normal down bot. Ko, though, good luck to make this 3v2. Meanwhile, JWoww and Alex is just trading back up top. Alex is just shrugging it all off, star calling and healing up, though. Taking a bunch of damage here, though. He's got to be a little careful. The dash comes in, the shield as well, and that'll be the auto attack down. Midi getting taken dangerously, though, as well with the red buff. Destin connects on to Ko, who was safeguarding in. Yuki just going to kite back. There is the buckshot. He gets the auto attack and the kill. The BF sword damage just coming out big for him there.
A really nice turnaround from Gamers 2 on that one. They juggled the damage very efficiently, and it was a 3-man commitment from NIP there. That's a really bad result for them. But in all of this, Freeze is still picking up farm. Coke gonna stick around, but he's got to be careful.
Okay, so Dion missing that hook. Very big.
If they'd landed that might well have been the dive straight off.
I think they want Graves to get 6, and then they're just gonna dive all they want. Ko is not gonna go in on that Sonic Wave. No way. But the turret's gonna
still
take
ahead on
pressure.
levels. Still doing well.
Freeze got a lot of solo farm too, so he got that earlier level 6. So he's farming up okay considering. He's got a little lead, but he doesn't have the kills, so that sets him behind the BF sword, obviously.
Now, how will probably cope with this situation? Games 2. Yuki very close to his level 6. Freeze about half health. All it would really take is one hook or one flay to land for Freeze to be killed at that health. But you've got to always be careful about committing too hard. It's just that potential for turnaround when you've got to deal with Braum. Stuns, a little bit too strong to deal with. Now, Dude looking for the hook.
Oh, he does end up fighting out to Miffy. He pops that shield and just backs on off. If you look at the farm in the mid lane, Nuke Duck is actually nearly doubling Ocelot right now, so doing a really good job on that Yasuo, despite all the pressure he received, and the 2 assists he has as well, is helping out his gold quite a bit. JWoww steals blue buff too, so he's going to be looking a lot stronger in this top lane against Alex, even though he had to use his ultimate to grab that.
Yeah, he was just getting the execute so he could guarantee the kill. A little bit of a bluff or sort of aggressive movement there by Miffy in the bottom lane, looking to force them back with Ko in the area, but not really actually getting any kills from it. Ocelot, will he roam? No. Stuck in the lane though at the moment, and really quite a long way behind on experience and farm, so Ocelot has to be very careful. If Ko gets on him, remember, Dragon's Rage into Last Breath, Ocelot would die.
Yes, most likely will be dead in a flash. But now it looks like Mordrin is going to make his way down onto the bot lane, try to make something happen. Ko is waiting in the wings as well, so it could be a 3v3 if anything, but Mordrin does back off, so Ko is free to make this gank happen, but Descent is coming through. Freeze going to take a bunch of damage. Ko is there. Sonic Wave does not find its mark.
So JWoww just pushed out the top lane very heavily. He's kind of in an awkward position because of the towers that Gamers 2 have taken. He doesn't have anywhere safe to farm. He's forced to play quite aggressively with his pushing. And because Ocelot is comparatively weak in the mid lane at the moment, there's not even an easy opportunity to go for a gank. And he may have just put himself in a bit of an awkward position. Duck did not know he was there, but was guessing on a gank in the mid lane. Didn't go to check the jungle for him.
Yeah, so A lot of action in the bot lane. Directed camera focusing on them quite a bit, so... Gonna see eventually, this level 6 is available for the Graves, but he has to be very careful because Midi can pretty much just negate all the damage from his combination on that Graves with just one simple wall, so... Have to time it correctly. Death Sentences keep getting thrown out there, but not finding their mark. Buckshock's doing a little bit of harass as well. But it's really good lane control from Yuki and Dude so far.
Yep, that's what we expect to see from Yuki. He's very, very good in the early mid game. AD carries. Braves, it's Lucian. That's his style, that's his play. But at the moment, they're getting Freeze a little bit poked down. They're not getting the actual kill on him, and it's hurting them at the moment because they want to capitalize. They seriously want to capitalize on the big item difference, but they just do not find the chances. They'll slowly push down the tower at this rate, but that's probably not as big of an advantage as they want to be taking. Because JWoww is going to be falling a little bit behind on farm as a result of being forced to overextend.
Yeah, that's the rough part of about pushing those two turrets early, because, you know, Alex Itch can just wait for him to show up the wave and then just go clear it out with Starcall, rinse and repeat, and get his farm like that. So eventually that Soraka is going to start to scale. She's already keeping up in CS, so doing a good job in that. Yuki does get slowed out a little bit, but he's able to just dash away. Lee Sin, though, maybe getting flanked off in his own jungle, so he has to be very careful with how he approaches his escape here. There are 4 members currently flanking on towards him, so where is he going to go? What is he going to do? He's going to get the kick, knock Morden away, flash over the wall, go towards the turret, take a bunch of extra damage for that, safeguard on a ward. Double distortion comes in from Ocelot. Simply one more turret shot of the minions will finish him off, and Ko goes down, delaying the wave a little bit. And they should go clean up that ward too. That's a little bit of extra gold, man. You can't let that just sit there.
That's important. Super, super important goal to be gaining there. Now, Gamers 2, they have the man advantage here. They have obviously committed JWoww to this top lane, but they know that Alex is just going to go and respond to that top wave. So why are they not going for the dragon right now? It seems like a slightly odd way of take advantage.
I feel like they just want to let the dragon become worth more gold, I guess. They're comfortable with the amount of gold that they have. I don't know why I don't think they're safe to do it. They have a Bloodthirster already completed at 12.5 minutes for this Graves. So I'm not sure the reasoning behind it, but I think they might just want it to become worth more later on. But why not get control of it? Why not get the timers?
Why not just take it and then wait for it to come back up earlier? Because then you'll even have a higher chance of taking it next time it comes along. It just seems like they seem to be lacking that decisiveness that we've seen from them in previous games.
Okay, so Dude, now with Boots of Mobility, could look to get a nice flank on this bot lane. But he decides to back off. Braum was there to cut him off being Mithy. And he'll just go back to laning. He's got his Targans now too, so going to be getting a little bit extra health and a little bit extra gold off of the CS that he's helped his opponent, his partner get up there. But it looks like Nutuk's also roaming up towards top right now to go towards JWoww, so we might see the next big battle happen up there as Ko gonna lead the charge. Sonic Wave does get dashed away. JWoww gonna get kicked out as well into the last breath. It's gonna be a star call, the dashes, everything comes through, and Nutuk will find himself his first kill of the game.
And this time Gamers 2 are going to take the dragon away. That's obviously going to be an objective trade, though, because they're probably going to be losing this top tower in return. So, not necessarily what they would have liked. They did have that opportunity earlier, but not to beat the dead horse. Gamers 2 might be able to convert this bottom lane man advantage into an additional tower.
Ooh, they forced the flash out as well. Really good pink ward, really smart from Dude right there. But Ocelot is there. He's going to look for the flank possibly and dive onto Mithy. He's staying way too long. There's 4 members here. This turret's going to go down, and he's going to end up losing his life. Flay comes in, everybody jumps on top, and it'll be Ocelot for the kill.
Yeah, not a good place to be there, Mithy. You were a little bit slow. Arguably could have used his stand behind me to get closer to Freeze to get himself out, but really just didn't predict the encirclement of that situation. JWoww maybe about to get up close and personal.
He doesn't have his ultimate though, so he's lacking a lot of damage, and Ko is there. This is going to be a 2v1. But has to be very careful. Sonic Wave going to get flashed out. And the chase is possibly still on. Ko just turns around. Alex Itch is going to chase him down, but Riven has a lot of mobility, known for getting from these plays. Freeze is going to get all in, though, on the bot lane. Collateral damage, but a nice block coming from Mithy, as well as the slow Morden is there. He's going to get knocked up. Really well played coming out from Mithy. The Death Sentence connects with the kick, go all in. He's going to get turned on, slowed down. Freeze is going to throw his cask on top of that. He's going to play it very carefully. Sonic Wave Resonation Rate comes through. Ko is going to get the hit for the kill on a JWoww. So that chase went on for quite a while when they fought down bot.
Normally, I would have said that was a bad choice, actually, by NIP to pursue the Riven for so far with three members actually diverting where they were. Nuke Duck was moving to cut her off. But because the dive really didn't work out in the bottom lane for Gamers 2, there wasn't much they could take in return. So actually, well worth it to get that kill, get Riven, behind a little bit, and now obviously finishing the Ravenous Hydra, but she's really lacking presence in this game. There aren't the close-up team fights that she really likes, and she's not able to split push very effectively since obviously there's not many towers to take.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised they're just not like trying to press the advantage they had early on. They could have pressed it a long time ago. They could have just kept pushing down mid, forcing Yasuo to be zoned away and such with the, Riven and LeBlanc pressure, and then having Morden with them too. And just let Yuki press his advantage down bot like he has been the entire time. But Nip, they're just finding their chances to pick off kills, get farm, and just keep themselves in this game. I think Gamers 2 kind of misplayed the early game a little bit.
They are still ahead for now. They may be able to, but you've always got to be very careful. That's a lot. Respecting the fact that even if Lee Sin hasn't landed his Q on you, all he needs is to get the Dragon's Rage off, and you are potentially in trouble. So, backed away from even the custom minions there. But, nothing doing right now. Dude in the mid lane. May try and sneak in, but you've always got to worry about the wind wall. That's the problem here. Ocelot may be able to bait it out, of course, by throwing in QR, but wouldn't expect it. Right?
I wouldn't expect it either, but they do get the knock-up. That might be a bait. Nuke
He's alive.
Very, very careful. TFG comes through. The canister does get blocked up by the wall, and his team was there to back him up.
He should not have lived through that. I do not... That seemed like a terrible position to be putting himself into, and he did so unknowingly. And yet, because he's just got that... He's got that now. He knows how to dash between the minions without having, without even an instant's hesitation. And so as a result, he was able to just get himself out very, very simply there. Nice play by Nuke Duck once again. Next focus going to be top lane.
Alright, JWoww going for the knock-up onto Alex Ich. He's got that Hydra. He's doing quite a bit of damage to him at this point. But here comes a three-man collapse. Morden is there. He's going to turn. He's going to try to take down Alex Ich. He drops the Ignite, but all the Wish healing as well as the damage coming in from his teammates are able to save him. Alex just got dangerously low. That Wind Slash maybe would have been enough to kill him. I don't know. But either way, he survives, heals through the chaos, and nets his team another kill.
Yeah, Alex now has 257 armor when that buff is up, so Riven does not have a lot of options for killing him in a quick fight. Obviously the armor buff isn't infinite, doesn't last forever, but it's still not that great. Morden is a much more sustained fighter.
Oh, so looking to go in onto Alex Ich again. Morden trying to learn the lesson that JWoww learned. Going with the stealth, gonna try to pick up the kill. Starcall coming in. Does he have the heal? He levels up to survive a little bit longer, but it's not enough. Morden will be able to solo him out. Meanwhile, Knockup goes into Ocelot. They're looking for a chase in onto Nuke Duck. Oh, did he flash and distort in the same place? I don't know what happened there. He missed the chain, gets the sigil, and that chase is done.
Yeah, a little bit
That
of
looks really weird.
there. Like even if he had managed, even if he hadn't screwed up his movement skills there, he would still have been reliant on a projectile in order to lock him down for the rest of his team. So just didn't really take account of the possibility there. Now Ko is going to be in a bit of an awkward spot here. He's not moving either.
Okay, so Ko's gonna kick him away.
Bye.
And that's it. We're done here. Pack it up.
Peace out. Don't want this. Not interested. No sell.
I may be blind, but I'm not afraid to kick. He's gonna stay up here though.
Wait, how does that... I may be blind, but I'm not afraid to kick you.
Well, you know
I
what?
was kicking and being blind.
I didn't say anything, alright? That was all you.
What? I don't... That doesn't even make... What?
It doesn't need to
Forget
make sense.
this.
It's League of
Let
Legends.
us never speak of this again. It's the... Oh, what's that South Park defense where you just say something completely irrelevant as a defense? My memory.
No idea.
Bad. Don't worry. You don't want to know anyway, probably. It's South Park. Anyway, Gamers 2, forming up for the next dragon. It is up. NIP are in position. Most of the team... Did he just get that... He just got that red buff. Dude, you're a god.
Okay, dude. He's riding off the adrenaline he's got from the last two games. This Thresh. I don't know. how he did that, but that was really good. Ko was saving a smite too for Dragon, so they're going to continue to go for this. Sonic Wave comes in. Ko, are you going to look for a steal here? They stop the Dragon from the side of G2. Midi gets him slow off, and they do end up getting it from G2, even though the smite was a little missed by Morden. But the chase is on now. Are they going to look for a kill is the question. No, they're going to back up, and that's another Dragon over to G2.
Yeah, got good control over this game. Still a significant goal lead for them. And Freeze there popped his invisibility a little bit too early. Lee Sin was not ready to go in at that point, so he was left unstealthing before they could go for the engage, which meant that if they were to go to the engage, he would have had no attack speed.
Oh, Ocelot missed the chain, but the Death Sentence doesn't miss. DU's able to pick him up, and Morden gonna pick up the kill, as well as a blue buff steal here for Ocelot. So, G2 making the good plays and the rotations to come through. Death Sentence gets again on the Minty. He's gonna get pulled in. Pops the shield, though, and the wind wall to block all those abilities, and they'll just back on out. But DU, red buff steal, hooks on point. Thresh is this man's champion right now.
Yeah, I mean, DU is very good on Thresh. Do not get me wrong here, but he's very much an all-around support. He's very, very good in almost any champion. In fact, I remember the first time I started to see him, most of the time it was more Ghana that he was impressing me on. Right now, Ko is playing the Great Escape. I think he should get away from this. He's Sin. He's got a Sightstone, so kind of hard to pin him down.
Yeah, he just escapes onto the Wraiths. He moves up towards the red/Wraiths. I think he's going to take the red, too. And maybe we're going to have a response from Morden here with JWoww and Yuki.
He's going to regret trying to take this, I suspect.
He actually escapes onto Golems, too, so he's able to get out of there for a few more seconds. But Yudi's going to chase him down with JWoww. They spot him out. They force his flash. Death Sentence. Oh! So close to connecting on Ko.
I don't think either of them were expecting the other to be there. I mean, I don't know why Ko went that direction, and I don't think DU would know why Ko went that direction, but as it is, he gets away. I don't think he even had to pop his ult that time, although he did have to use his flash, and now Duke Duck is not going to be attacked by Ocelot. Doesn't feel that confident. He could potentially try and burst him down with the WR combo using the distortion mimic, because at that range, at point blank range, the wind wall isn't ultra reliable, so you might even be able to land the Deathfire Grasp and the Sigil, because you're hitting him face first, but could be difficult. And he's obviously 2 levels below, so doesn't feel confident in that.
You know what's cool? Even though Freeze is 0-0-0, he's got that 10 CS lead over Yuki. He's been farming up, and if you look at Nuke Duck, he's got around a rough 70 to 80 CS lead over Ocelot. So Nuke Duck has been putting in work. He's got an Infinity Edge and Static Shifts. His core is pretty much completed on that build, and he's hitting for a truck ton of damage.
Yeah, the other thing is, I mean, junglers are a completely equal CS, 71-71, but right now, you've got to start, like, gamers do know that they're kind of on the clock this game. If they end up going up against late game team fights with Yasuo combo with Braum and Lee Sin, and they have to deal with the ultra tanky Soraka sitting in the middle of them Starcall, all of that will distract them from a huge amount of damage that comes out of Twitch. So they know that they're going to have to do something with that advantage they've managed to get in the reasonably early stage of the game, but they've also got to be so aware of the potential for Twitch to try and catch someone out. That's always a big problem for them, and the same is true of Lee Sin. So
are they 2-manning it? Oh my. Wow, JWoww, taking
Okay.
so much damage.
This is brave.
Yeah, they have the back.
Oh god!
Ko's gonna try to capitalize. Oh, okay. So he misses the Sonic Wave. That could have been very, very deadly if he went for that. But pings are coming out as they want to possibly chase on a Yuki here. Okay, Twitch is not able to get in range. Ko misses another Sonic Wave there. Nice sleep by Morden. And they'll back on off.
I suspect a lot of people in solo queue have had that moment where they're like, we could 2-man Baron, yeah, let's try it. And then either someone turns up and you have to abort mission really fast, or you end up not actually being capable of doing it at all. And you have to, and you sometimes end in like these dramatic hold the line battles, waiting for the third member to turn up so you can take the Baron in the end. But this time it looks like they got away with it more or less, because it was obviously too early in the game for even Ko to consider doing the Baron, even with the full team present. So it wasn't like they could just get it reversed on them.
Alright, so they learned the hard way that they can't 2-man Baron.
Yet.
They can't, yeah, not yet at least, obviously. But, Gamers 2 they're learning the hard way that they really shouldn't be dragging this game out for too long. They try to make some kind of rotation or some kind of play, but they're gonna get caught out like that. Ocelot gets kicked in, Sonic Wave Resident Strike, and there it is for the kill. But downtown, the clone can't save Ocelot this time. And Ko just went flying all the way past that tier 1. They may look for some kind of catch onto him. Dude gonna lead the charge. Sonic Wave comes through. He goes in, gets played back. Box comes out. He's probably gonna safeguard away, maybe? Nuke Duck is there. And they can't find anything else to chase down, but Knockup connects. Nope, no last breath coming for Yasuo.
Yeah, but of course NIP are the ones not losing objectives here. They've just gained themselves an extra kill, got themselves some further map control. Morden is in the area here, sweeping out. No one going to get caught in the immediate future. So NIP are playing this game very carefully, very slowly, very sensibly right now. They're just trying to look for occasional kills, but they're perfectly happy to farm out and get some XP. I don't think, yeah, I was just about to say JY was going towards Alex in the top lane. Not sure he actually wants to fight that in a sustained fight right now. The silence and the Starcall spam would probably cause him some significant problems. But here comes the dragon. It does look like Games 2 are out of position. They can't fight that.
Yeah, that dragon just gets melted down and taken out. There's some pings coming in onto the Thresh and the Kazakhs, but can't find anything to initiate on him. So they back out, clear some wards out with the sweeping lenses, and just be content with that first dragon of their game. So
the gap is
good job
closing.
to them.
The gap is closing between these two teams. You've got to be worried here as Gamers 2. They're slowly losing gold, and that's why Dude is trying to make plays like we just saw. Going for the flash, couldn't land the hook. I think they're worried right now, Gamers 2. I think they feel like they may be about to miss their chance. They're going to form up for the siege here.
Alright, so they're going to look for some kind of siege onto this tier 2, but cannot really find it. Alex is teleporting in, and just start calling the wave and clearing it all out. He's been silently farming and catching back on up. He's got his Athenes, he's got his Seeker's Arm Guard, so looking for possible Zonias. Usually we see like Rylai's come out as a secondary item for Soraka, but I guess favoring the damage mitigation against Ribbon and Kazakhs and Graves.
Yeah, that is an interesting point. It feels, in this case though, that he's not going to need his own crowd control to stick to people with Starcall. NIP's teamfight plan here is already have everyone being locked up.
Oh,
by that.
Just melted there. Nice windmill to stop the hook. And will they chase on any further is the question. Morden's going in stealth it up, but decides to back on out. And they just completely melted Ocelot.
Yep, that keeps happening, and that is the peril of that combo. And now, what do you do as Gamers 2? You can try and burst out Freeze, actually. JY's there.
Oh, they do get a nice two-man stun to come through, but a nice wish to come in from Alex to support them up. A nice knockup coming in from Mithy, but they're turning around. Yuki trying to take out Freeze, but the rat-a-tat-tat. Too much damage for him to deal with. They try to get the knockup on JY, but Alex is just kiting away. Auto attack from Freeze to secure the double kill. And just like that, Nip explode in that jungle and take down two members of Gamers 2.
And take the lead on gold. Exhaust claimed another victim there. Riven was unable to finish off Twitch, and if you can't burst him out against Soraka and against Twitch when he's healing for so much, you are going to end up losing the fight overall. So, Gamers 2 just lost their grip on the game, and from this point on, I don't see any problems with NIP just continuing to do what they're doing, but they're going to be superior in almost every respect.
Oh, Morden's there.
Oh, he can try.
Can he get in there? No, he dashes out.
No,
The kick
no.
Ko, what are you doing? He's gonna stealth and jump in.
Oh God, no.
He does not.
What
no, it's gonna. But Twitch freeze with the amazing smite. Gonna pick up that Baron.
God, he's gonna kill himself.
Meanwhile,
Kick himself for that. Anyway, yeah. So unfortunately, there by Morden, but in the end, honestly, that Baron went the way it should have gone. NIP. Ko going for the kick away made sense in principle. It's just that he didn't remember how to get himself back across the wall to smite for himself there. And actually, we are seeing Alex Itch picking up the Rylai's Crystal Scepter there in the end. Gamers 2 now, though, well up against it.
Well, there's a turnaround that Nip wanted. They lose a tier 1 turret mid, but they pick up a kill and a Baron, thanks to Freeze. And now they could look for the sieging game. Even though their composition isn't the best suited for sieging, they have a lot of good dive potential if any kind of knockup connects from Braum or Lee Sin.
Yeah, alright, well, It's just a matter of basically now for Gamers 2 waiting out the Baron buff and then looking to do what they've already been trying to do and doing unsuccessfully, but doing it better, hopefully, in the future. At the moment, they can't fight. They just cannot team fight their opponents. They've got to try and hold on to as much vision as they can, but avoid an engagement at all costs is basically the name of the game, and also avoid being Lee Sin Yasuo'd at all costs, because that could be really quite painful. And continue playing this out, basically. Keep vision where you can, but lose towers, that's the problem.
Yeah, losing a lot of turrets now. The tier 2 goes down in the bot lane. Freeze was looking for some kind of surprise in the mid to catch somebody out, but they played it safe from G2's side. They're playing it back. JWoww's trying to split push, but I don't think he could take Alec Ditch anymore. I think he might end up losing those matchups. I mean, those fights, those 1v1s.
Yeah, I've been thinking that for quite a long time, and I think JWoww...
Oh, they're going in again?
Thinking that too. All it takes is one knock-up to land, and you have real terror, which is one of the tricks that SK Prime missed out on earlier.
Oh, they get the set up to the U. They pop the rat-a-tat-tat. The Bravo ultimate comes through as well. Mikkel's is not enough to save him from Freeze's damage. Orton getting slowed, cannot go in, and Yuki can't follow up either. Ko is there. So is Nuke Duck. They have his last breath available too if they can get it. Mithy goes in. Saying, get behind me, Lee Sin. Double distortion, but they block a lot of the damage. They kick Ocelot again. They've been focusing him down with that. But Ko, underneath the turret, taking a bunch of damage. Exhaust on a Morden. He leaps back on out. Alex just joins the fray. He's there. He used Wish and Heal to keep his team alive through most of that fight. And that'll be the 1 for none and possibly inhibitor turret / inhibitor going down.
NIP keeps crushing through. They can take the inhib here. There's not even necessarily a reason for them to stop pushing down. And indeed, look, they go for the bottom tower now. Gamers 2 just do not have an answer anymore. The time bomb went off. They ran out of time. They've bad ended essentially here because NIP just don't have any means. Gamers 2 do not have any means of winning a fight in any situation. 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 5-on-5. They can't fight. And if you can't fight in League of Legends at all, unless you have some bizarrely good, like, wave clear, split pushing setup. Yeah, maybe in that situation, but they don't even have that. They've got, like, a threshold. Maybe if that lands on Freeze at the start of the fight and they've got a numbers advantage, maybe then they could win a fight. But it's just, it's unrealistic to expect it to happen, and they're going to keep bleeding out unless they can find that.
Oh, man. G2 need to find some kind of miracle pick and or play to come back into this game now. It's
need to get the secret ending, basically. Like
yeah,
the one with the really arcane and obtuse method of unlocking it, but that's what they need. It's a very unlikely scenario to occur.
So mid inhibitor gone. Baron's not even going to be relevant for a couple more minutes. They could just push that last tier 2 up top, or they could just go for the easy route and go for the inhibitor turret in the bot lane. I don't know what they're going to go for yet. They're clearing out buffs. They're still farming up, buying their last bits of items. Mikhail's Crucible was finished on Braum, as well as Twitch getting his Infinity's Edge, and Yasuo getting a Guardian's Angel.
Which means that they now have even less points of failure. Because if Yasuo does manage to screw up and pull himself out of position, he now has a GA, which means you can't just ignore him once he's down. You leave him to revive as he would normally. He'll just dash away or kill someone or all of these lovely, nasty things. Ko been caught though.
Whoa. They caught him. They played him in. Knockup does not connect from Yasuo. Ko's gonna get caught out here. Distortion comes in, but it's not enough to take on the kill. Dessa is coming in. JWoww from the back. Gonna get the knockup from the Braum, but the Wing Slash picks up the kill. Last Wish is not in time to save him. Alex issued the backline. Falls to Yuki. They're gonna get the play of the Rune King, while meanwhile in the middle of the lane, Freeze is taking down Morden. They're dashing back in now. Nuke Duck and Midi feeling strong to lead this charge. It's 4v3 though, and Gamers 2 are actually backing off as Ocelot is pretty low, as well as Diud. So that was actually not a bad fight for them.
Yeah, they got the fight. They got a really, really good start to their fight there in the form of getting Yasuo basically forced out of the fight very early on, and Lee Sin bursted down very, very early on and splitting up the enemy team quite significantly, and yet they still only traded 2 for 1. Like, that's a good trade. It's a positive trade. If they keep making those trades, they will get into a better situation.
It's kind of riding.
I don't think it's going to happen again.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice wall. Nice wall. it's kind of riding onto you to keep hitting those really good death sentences and catching out the real primary targets like Ko, like Freeze. If he can actually catch out Nuke Duck and they pop the GA early on, that'll be a really, really good fight for them. But still, Nip, they're playing really well, even despite that fight, which was actually in a horrible position for them. So taking the best of the situation. And now they're kind of backing it up. There's 40 seconds left on Baron, so they have to start planning around that. And we're looking for a pick here.
Freeze was being a bit aggressive there. He had no vision in that area, so I think I agree with his decision to actually not go into the area where he has no vision of any of the enemy teams, since he can still be bursted down. Nuke Duck saying hi to JWoww and then leaving him be. But here comes the split push. Nuke Duck can shove that out, and they can look to either threaten to Baron or to look for a pick around the area.
Pink word comes into the pit. The inhibitor respawn mid, so that's actually pretty key. Ko actually gonna look to safeguard over here, forcing the flash out of Diud. They get the chain onto Mithy though, so he's really tanky. He just shrugs off that damage pretty much. Freeze is invis though. He's looking to go in. There's the rat-a-tat-tat. He almost takes down Ocelot with double distortion right on time to save him. Not enough range on that ultimate from Twitch to secure the kill. And good job from Ocelot to stay alive, but that frees open Baron, and the pit is clear. They actually still look for a bait. They have the sweeping lens and the Oracle's lenses coming out. They're clearing wards and dropping their own. And now they're going to look for the bait. Uh-oh. Oh, Destinus connects. The prize comes in from from Twitch. They slow down to you. They're trying to take it down, but he's actually relatively tanky. Pops the box, gonna get crit down. Nuke Duck gets the kill. Ocelot with a chain through the wall, but it's not enough. Ko gets the kick. They just keep going in on Ocelot. They're merciless with him. Wall comes out from Nuke Duck. He's dashing it all over the place. They're looking for Morden. Can they pick up the kill? It looks like they flash forward. They get the knockup. He's stealthed though. They pop the heal to increase the speed. They dash forward. They get the kill. And it looks like the inhibitor and possibly the game is gonna end here.
Yeah, they're tanky.
Oh, they're going into the graves now. They get the knockup as well. They crit him down. Ko finds that kill. Meanwhile, they're going into JWoww. The exhaust and freezes auto attacks. Take him out. That's the ace, and that's the game technically too.
Yep. 2-0 in the series overall. The game 1 and 2-0 series. But one more game for Gamers 2 to try and turn it around against their opponents, but that was just demoralizing for them. They got the edges early on, but they just couldn't find any grip. It, like trying to grab on to a greased man, they couldn't get on NIP and get any advantages further on in that situation, like from their advantage that they had. As a result, eventually, the team fight composition outscaled them, and NIP's team fighting is phenomenal, and they kept getting occasional kills off of the Lee Sin Yasuo combo, and then after that, they just crushed them out.
All right, so we're going to get ready for the next game, guys. So we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have potentially what could be a 3-0 in Nip's favor, or maybe Gamers 2 can bring it